are ready for the race. Get set for what? A great battle at the front. So cars are in tension for this race. Wait the cars way around. Grab some Scott Masters. 5 points added to get 142 points. Now who isn't today by 96 points, setting him up well to possibly get championship as close as possibly next week, Hugo, or even at the Singapore round. Wait, the rest of the drivers then say everyone else spots. Wait, Cirque. And 12 has somehow misplaced his spot. They just away, they can come back. We are set for a tussle in Eastern Asia as here come the lights. Barely see them from here. If there's any jump starts like Eisen from last year. Nice down, away we go, and that was a jump start there by Diego. However, here we go. Captain Cody stays in the lead. That's Chase next to Viandra, who's next to Diego, who's probably going to have a drive-through penalty added to his name. Just as I say that, he has fallen all the way back now. He's in the realms of Eeks and Cirque, and Merlant's in the Earth car making his way up. Here's the battle for the lead then. 3 different manufacturers in the top 3. There's probably 5 in the top 5 if we look back. There's a spin and it's Eeks onto the grass. The deadly grass around here will get you spinning, and that's unfortunate. He was looking so quick. Viandra almost dropping it as well. So a lap 1 tussle at the moment. Got a random notification up there. That was tagged, so we don't know what that means. Cody, though, maintaining the lead, but they are right behind him. Look at them all. Pretty sure Cirque is making his way up there as well. Because, no offense to 12, but there's no way that's him. As they're all evenly spread out. Look at Ladair in the Fusion Motorsport into P6. What a great start it is from him. Eeks has fallen all the way back now as well. We go back to Viandra, who has got people all around him to worry about. for where the CC limits. Pace is falling back now, and here's Viandra. He feels that this is the moment to possibly get the lead. Down the inside he goes. This is a relatively obscure place to try and overtake, but he's done it. But he's fluffed his line going through here. Now they're going to be pretty much side by side as they head through Sector 3. Now on to the main straight. Cody keeps his lead, and behind Cirque overtaking Chase for third place. So this will be the battle for the final, or for the podium spots. And I can tell you we're all here for it as Cody goes wide in turn 1. Eeks is back up into 5th despite him spinning out. Then there's Merlin's in 6th place. And then a couple cars behind, but here we go. Viandra trying to get close. I think he might have overtaken, but the VLAG can't really tell. I can tell you what though, is the two behind now are being invoked into this race. Into the hairpin, it looks like Viandra has the upper hand. Through the first part of Sector 2 we go. Now here we go through the high speed corners. Cirque, look at how much Cirque and Chase are catching up. Cody edges out ahead. Over Viandra running a better line. Cirque getting a bit of kicker through there. And they're all in the same part of the track. Usually you'd expect Cody to be flying down the road at this point, but now Cirque is trying to put attack mode on to try and overtake Viandra, but that's not going to happen. They're all evenly spread out. They head under the bridge for the 4th lap. And it is just so competitive at the front. Just waiting for each other to make mistakes as Cody goes wide again in turn 1. Now Viandra side by side with the Holden car. We'll see if Cirque can do anything about it. Gap was 5/10 at the start of this lap. They're right next to each other at the moment. Chase is falling back just ever so slightly. Cirque trying to get invoked into this battle. Very hard to see though with the vision lag. Can't really tell who's ahead and who's not. It looks like Cody has the upper hand for now. Cirque getting really close to the back of that Pro Era car, who absolutely sends it down the inside. Now is a better line. Possibly, no, goes a bit wide. Cody stays in the lead for about the 5th attack that he's received. Now Viandra with a slight mistake went all over the curb, and now Cirque feels this is his chance. Down the inside he goes, a bit wide, but makes the move. So Cirque now up into 2nd place. This is the Cirque we know from the start of this season. Cody can't rest though, as Chase now falling back a little bit. Also a big battle here behind. Merlin's ahead of Eek. If they could possibly get involved if there was an opportunity for a safety car. Cirque, by the way, a 17.7. I'm pretty sure no one's going to top that. He has found his speed. And could we possibly see a 2nd win in the Zen Saline camp for this season? But they're all pushing hard. They only have 24 corner cuts to give up. I can tell you that Diego is already on 15 of those, and he might be lapped in the next couple of laps. So we'll have to watch out for him. Cody might be Holden's only hope of. But right now they're scoring more points than Pro Era this race. They match each other. They match each other's lap times. Sir Cody. Chase is just falling back ever so slightly. On that lap he was seconds slower than the leaders. But absolutely flying along at the. Made his way up now ahead of That's a cheeky little battle as they head down the back straight for those two who were possibly looking for podiums, but these guys are just absolutely on the money at the moment. No indication of slowing down for these lot. But all they need is just for that small little mistake to happen. Now Viandra starting to get drops back from Dirk and Cody. This just takes us back to South Africa with the big battle that they had over 40 laps that pretty much went on for the entire race. However, Cirque getting closer now to the back of that Holden car. Might have had a bit of a mistake through there. It was a 17.4 invalid. So there's good pace. Cody with a bit of a slide. Manages to correct it pretty quickly and doesn't lose as much time. Viandra now back by 2 seconds. Yeah, he lost an entire 1.5 seconds to Sturk on just that lap. Eeks and Merlin's back by now 20 seconds. As Chase is just hanging around the 10-second mark from the leader. Cody still leads though. On to lap 7 of 26, and guys are just pushing their machinery to their absolute limit at the moment. This is going to be dubbed as one of the great races. Sure, even the first 7 laps. Very good, and there's a lap car, and it's 12. It's Cirque's teammate getting in the way a little bit there. Might have distracted Cody. Cirque very easily goes through. As we see 12 spin off. So no hope for points there. Cody goes wide yet again. And I wonder if there is a cut out there. Cody though on 9 corner cuts from 8 laps, so there probably is a cut out there. Dirk only on 5. Who else has got low? Chase is on 6. Merlance is on 3. So very equal to everyone. Diego though on 21 corner cuts, so might expect him to drive through laps. But we're seeing the teammates now possibly playing a distraction factor as they're now closing up towards Diego, who's in the same sector as the Cody went very wide through there, I believe, because Cirque is very close now. There is 12's car, so he is retired and out of the race. No extra points for Zan Salee. Vandra off Cody by about 5 seconds. And there is Diego. They've gotten through him very easily. I didn't even notice him on the screen. Now Merlis has dropped back from Eeks. Must have made a slight mistake. Eeks is level at the moment with the pace of the leaders. Lap 10 and possibly cars now thinking about making a pit stop in this race. Leandro is now closer to Chase than he is to the lead. That in front of them is Ladair, who's about to be lapped. Now Eeks must have made a huge mistake because he's now back behind Merlance for 5th place. But they're trying to stay on laps, I think, because he's actually going very quickly, and then, as I say that, moves out of the way for the leader. But he's getting in the way of Cirque at the moment. Still in the way of Cirque, and he powers past. Does take a corner cut though. Have a momentary look back at this battle, which is going on since the start of this race. There is Merlance and Eeks just behind them. These two have been chipping and positions pretty much every other lap. Probably gonna know every sponsor on the other person's car by the end of the race. They've just been around each other so. But it's looking like good points for both teams actually. Do have a look. Owen GP do get closer, or do get further away from Toyota after this race, and Folklore might overtake, or they have overtaken Motorsport, which promotes them up to 8th place and chasing after Palmerine. Haven't attempted race in a while. Now Diego has retired from the race. Does get a point though, does Diego. Have a look back. Sturk is actually ahead now of Captain Cody. I missed it. It was only behind by 2/10 as they crossed the line. But now Sturk has the advantage over Captain Cody. So Cody might need to come in this lap, but Cirque with a 30 first sector, an absolutely mammoth first sector. And guess what? It's fastest as well. Looked like a bit of a spin there from Cody, and look how far back he is already. His tires are dead. He's struggling out there, and they pretty sure Cirque knows it because he is just trying to run away as quickly as possible. Cirque though into the pits. He's gonna pit first. There we go. The mind games just overtook him. Yeah, I can overtake you and pit straight away. How clean is this stop? Looking at it from just outside of our commentary box. And he's missed his pit box. He went too far in front. He couldn't find it. So that's going to lose him a little bit of time. Leandro also into the pits. And he had a much cleaner stop. He's closer to Cirque now. And he was only 8 seconds back. So that's not good news for the Cirque fans out there, because that was a very slow stop. But guess what? He did the same thing in South Africa. Maybe he just likes the countries with South in them, because he is doing very well around here. Now will we see Captain Cody come into the pit lane to respond? Most likely will. All he has to do is react. He doesn't react actually. So And there's Cirque with a mistake. To be fair, he's come out ahead of East and Merlance, and they were about 30 seconds back, but now Viandra's possibly looking at P2. Chase into the pits. In and out. Relatively clean stop. He should emerge 5th place. Pretty sure that's Merlance into the pits as well, and it is. Ladare also into the pit lane. So everyone has made their pit stalls except for the guy in first, where we see Captain Cody. He's the last person to box and does so. That's probably a longer stop than what he would have liked, but Cirque is actually nowhere near him, in fact, so lap 15 of 26, Cirque has it all to play, has it all to do. Try and catch up to the leader, but we've seen him do this before. Can he do it again? As Ladare receives a drive-through for corner cuts, that may also play a big part as well. Is the corner cut situation. Eeks is on 21, Viandra's on 20, Cody on 15, Chase on 12, Dirk on 9, and the good boy Merlance with, we had 8, and then as soon as we were talking about him, got 9. There's Viandra and Cirque battling it out for 2nd place. As we hear, Ladare has now retired from the race as well, so only 6 participants left. Burke staying ahead of Viandra. If there was slipstream, then they would probably help each other out here. But they've got 10 seconds to make up on the Australian. But he won't win the championship this race. Not enough points to give him. But that sets him up perfectly to possibly in it for the 2nd time in Sportsland Sugo in Japan, which is actually exactly where you won it last season. And Cirque with another huge mistake. The pit stop error has turned costly for him. And just as we see that, Cody has set his fastest lap of the race. His fastest lap. Now it's Viandra up in 2nd. Andrew set his fastest lap just then, as we have just 8 laps to go around Korean International Circuit. Well, Bianca's actually finding a little bit of pace. Cirque's fallen back again. Lost 7 whole seconds in the first, or in the final sector, I should say. Cody sets the fastest lap, and Viandra was just a 10th behind that. So Viandra, this is probably his best opportunity to win this race. The hope that Cody makes a mistake. This performance by Chase today will take him to over 100 points, which is very well done to him. And he'll possibly be looking towards second place if he can. At 20 out of 26. Actually, Viandra is 1 corner cut away from a drive-through, which might just gift Dirk second place if that does happen. 3 corner cuts away. And Viandra's had a little slip there in the chicanes. I'm not actually sure what happened to him. Looked very, very slow through there. Invalid 17-0 from Cirque. As long as he doesn't make those mistakes, then he would be right up to Captain Cody at the moment. But that's not happening. Instead, he's chasing Andra for second place, or he can rely on him to make a mistake. And Viandra's made a spin. He's made an absolute howler of that turn. Went onto the grass on the entry. Tried to take all the cake and needed to. And now he's back in third place and has given Cirque second place he was wanting. However, Viandra cannot lose his cool because He's on 24 corner cuts, so invalid 16.6 by Cirque, so he going crazy. And a valid 16.4 from Cirque is absolutely unbelievable. I have no clue how he's managed to set that lap time, but that is the lap record, certainly. Oh, I mean, yeah, fair enough to him. Very, very good lap time. I'm not sure how he actually managed to pull that off. Cirque again staying 16 at the moment. Chase is on 22 corner cuts. Viander and Eeks have managed to stay good. Two laps left. And Cirque is gaining by about 1.5 seconds each and every lap, but he's done this too late. There's not 40 laps like South Africa, unfortunately for him. Cody's staying off of every single little blade of grass just to make sure he doesn't, spin out or ruin his race completely and give even the slightest of chances to try and stay in the running, but is sliding everywhere. But at least it's not sliding so much that he's looking backwards. But now we're on to the final lap of the race, presented by Nohea Airways. into turn 1. That's another corner cut. 5 more on this lap, and he'll be given a 30-second penalty. Dirk again gained 1.5 seconds. But there's just not enough time. But Cody, tell you what, he's playing to the broadcasters a little bit, because he is sliding everywhere trying to make this slightly interesting. But I bet in the cockpit of that guy, he's just wanting to get this race over and done with. Unfortunately, Eeks has a drive-through for corner carts, but I'm not sure that it would matter anyway. No spins, hopefully, for Captain Cody. That looks so close to being a corner cart, or even just a natural spin there. But he has played his cards very well this race. Needed a bit of luck from others' mistakes, but he pounced on the opportunity and did not blink. And Cody's going to win yet again, make that win number, I don't know, win number 14 or something stupid. So the Australian is on top again. Cirque finishes less than 10 seconds behind. Fair enough to him, as well as the fastest lap of the race. Wait for the others to pass the line. Don't know how Vian ended up so far back. He's still making his way round. So is Merlance as well. They've secured 4th and 5th place. And Merlance has spun just to make that so slightly better.